The female clerk is taking a short break. This is a young man walking in. Not only did he take the initiative to say hello, but he also accurately called her name. Annie couldn't remember where she had met her. She had to show that the other party had mistaken her for someone else, until the young man said his name was Mike. Annie was shocked by the confusion. It turned out that he was the son of her ex-husband. The young man in her memory has now been recarved by the years. If it weren't for him taking his own life, it would be difficult to recognize him, even if he wiped his shoulders. The two naturally have an endless past, but Annie's break time is limited. They can only contact each other after work. Soon it was nighttime. Annie changed into her work clothes and walked out of the restaurant. She found that Mike had been waiting by the roadside for a long time. Annie took the initiative to go to her house. She also made a dinner to entertain her. So under Annie's guidance, the two of them came to her house very quickly. Annie took off her helmet when she got off the car. She couldn't help but persuade Mike not to ride a motorcycle. After all, compared to cars, motorcycles are still too dangerous. Mike just laughed and didn't refute. Then, he followed Annie into the rental house. At first glance, the pattern of the hall was a bit narrow. Annie was embarrassed to make him feel more sorry. Because of the reason of living alone, this kind of space is just right. Mike looked around with a heartache in his breath. When they divorced, his father didn't give him a penny. Otherwise, he wouldn't have had such a hard time. Facing Mike, apologizing for his father, Annie shook her head freely. She felt that there was nothing wrong with her life now. But Mike still wanted to do something for her. After all, he used to call her mom. Those days when he took care of her like a mother, she always remembered it in her heart. But Annie rejected her good intention. She didn't want to have anything to do with her ex-husband. Thanks to Annie's firm attitude, Mike didn't insist on it anymore. At least this unexpected reunion was enough to make each other feel a little relieved.